Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So regular viewers of the channel might recall a video I posted just a few months ago called Tesla's Secret Trojan Horse, detailing a 200 IQ chess move Tesla was currently undertaking that went completely unnoticed. Today we have a very exciting update, and I can all but guarantee you won't hear about this on CNBC, it won't be discussed by the Yahoos at Yahoo Finance, you're not going to see an article about this in the Ball Seep Journal, it won't be covered by the New York Crimes, but I'm here to tell you, this is incredibly big news. So with that said, let's get into the video. If you love crypto, stocks and free stuff, or just want to help out the channel, check out these great offers. BlockFi are launching the world's first Bitcoin rewards credit card. People in the US can earn 1.5% Bitcoin back on every purchase with no annual fee using the BlockFi Bitcoin rewards credit card. Check out the link in the description. And for a limited time, you can get up to $250 in crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $300 just for opening an account. And if you make an initial deposit of $5 or more, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $2,000. Seriously. Free stocks? Yes, please. And finally, if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Let's get back to it. So I'm sure a few of you right now are wondering, what the fuck is a Trojan Horse? If that's you, stick around. If not, you can use the timestamps to skip ahead just a little bit. The Trojan Horse was a wooden horse used by the Greeks during the Trojan War to enter the city of Troy and win the war. By the way, just a little aside here, an Australian is from Australia. A Trojan is from Troy. So to continue. After a fruitless 10-year siege, the Greeks, at the behest of Odysseus, constructed a huge wooden horse and hid a select force of men inside, including Odysseus himself. The Greeks pretended to sail away, and the Trojans pulled the horse into their city as a victory trophy. That night, the Greek force crept out of the horse and opened the gates for the rest of the Greek army, which had sailed back under the cover of night. The Greeks entered and destroyed the city of Troy, ending the war. So today, Tesla is currently wheeling in a number of their own Trojan horses into strategically critical areas, and no one seems to notice what's lurking inside. As a stock investor, at least if you're seeking outsized returns, one of the most important things you can do, one of the most important skills you can develop, is the ability to identify opportunities before the entire stock market realizes what's going on, aka being able to spot these Trojan horses before anyone else realizes what's inside. The first example of Tesla employing a Trojan horse strategy was a 420 IQ decision back in October of 2016, whereby every Tesla vehicle produced from that point forward, almost 5 years ago, yes, half a decade ago, Tesla decided to embed thousands of dollars of sensors in every single vehicle, knowing that in the future, when the software problem was solved, they could deploy full self-driving to their entire existing fleet. So why was this a Trojan horse strategy? It wasn't just about deploying full self-driving, no. Every vehicle Tesla has produced for the last 5 years is a data collection machine, accumulating data to train their full self-driving software. 0 other automakers on the planet had the balls, the brains, or the foresight to make a similar decision. And this is why today, Tesla has won the race to solve full self-driving, and no one is catching up to them. Repeat, no one is catching up to Tesla ever, period, the end. I know this is a colossally bold statement to make, but let me explain for those of you who are still questioning how can I possibly say something about the future and know with certainty. Here's the deal. Tesla's fleet today is already around 1.5 million vehicles strong. They have 1.5 million data collection centers out there sponging up data that they can query to train their full self-driving software. No one else has a fleet even close to this. They're multiple orders of magnitude beyond anyone else on the planet. And Tesla's production is growing at an exponential rate. They just delivered 200,000 vehicles in a single quarter. For the full year, they'll deliver close to 1 million vehicles. Next year, it'll be about 1.5 million. The following year, over 2 million, and so on. The point is, Tesla's fleet continues to grow at an exponential rate faster than anyone else's fleet. The only way it's possible for anyone to come close to competing with Tesla is to get a time machine, go back in time 5 years, and start building out their own fleet at the same or a faster rate. Not gonna happen. Then of course you'd also have to have leadership with the brains and the balls to actually do this. This still, unbelievably, isn't obvious to most people out in the marketplace today. Most investors actually believe that there's companies that are ahead of Tesla in terms of the race to solve autonomy. There's a bunch of armchair Einsteins maintaining lists of all the companies who are leading the race to solve autonomy, and Tesla unbelievably isn't number one on every single one of these lists. And this illustrates the point of a Trojan Horse strategy. Tesla snuck in there, did what they needed to do, and yet no one noticed. Guess what's about to happen? That's right. Tesla is about to take the city of Troy when it comes to full self-driving. But that isn't the topic of today's video. I just wanted to build that groundwork because it's incredibly important. This is part of Tesla's business strategy. When you have gigantic brains and equally large testicles, you make decisions like this, and people think, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. What? Next minute, you take the entire city. So, picture this. Uber, Lyft, Wayless. Is that what they're called? Wayless? Oh, Waymo. Who's Automation, etc. General Motors, Ford, Toyota, Hyundai. All sitting there going, oh, that horse is pretty cute. I wonder who put that there. Oh, it's a cute horse. Next minute, they're out of business. And it's not just ride-sharing companies, legacy automotive, and self-driving startups that Tesla's going to completely eviscerate with their Trojan Horse strategy. Let's call this their Trojan Horse strategy part 1. There's part 2, and this is seeming to go even more unnoticed than Tesla's full self-driving strategy. You could even say it's flying under the radar. See what I did there? Because they recently removed radar from that was bad. I'm just going to leave it. So, let's talk about Tesla's Trojan Horse strategy part 2. We are of course talking about Tesla Energy. For those of you who don't know, Elon Musk has publicly stated in the past that he believes Tesla Energy could grow to be at least the same size as their automotive business. And by the way, if you don't know, Tesla's aiming to be producing around 20 million electric vehicles per year at the end of this decade, so relatively large opportunity. I want to be really clear off the bat here. This is a multi-phase strategy, just like with Tesla's autonomous Trojan Horse strategy. 5 years ago, oh, that's cute. A few sensors on the cars, some advanced driver assist features, some emergency braking. Tesla, isn't that cute? Oh, that's so cute, Tesla. Next minute, they solve autonomy and the fleet awakens with an over-the-air update, causing billions, if not trillions of dollars of disruption and turning on a colossal revenue floodgate, completely changing the way transportation works on planet Earth. Picture this: rooftop solar, home battery, and Tesla Energy software, the makings of the world's largest distributed utility. Of course, at first, keeping in line with the Trojan Horse strategy, oh, isn't that cute? A little bit of Tesla rooftop solar and a battery. A bit of energy market participation. Look at that. They're helping to stabilize the grid in a few areas. Oh, that's so cute, Tesla. Look at you. Oh, that's so cute. Initially, Tesla begins to augment the existing grid to stabilize the existing energy grid and to provide a little bit of surplus energy here and there. Next minute, Tesla completely disrupts the existing energy grid, completely disrupts energy utilities, completely disrupts the oil and gas industry. Now, how does this play out? Quite simple. Over time, as more and more customers put rooftop solar, and by the way, it doesn't even need to be Tesla solar panels, okay? It could be anyone's solar panels. They put in home batteries, and again, doesn't need to be a Tesla home battery, although many of them will be, but any battery will do. And the key here uses Tesla's energy software to autonomously distribute energy as needed and participate in the energy markets, which can also include performing energy arbitrage. You don't even need the rooftop solar. Tesla's energy software, if you just have a home battery, can draw energy off the grid in off-peak times when energy is at its cheapest and then redistribute the energy back to the grid when energy is at peak prices, allowing Tesla and the customer to take a cut of the profit. All done autonomously. If you want to learn more about Tesla's energy software, how it all works and where they're at today, I'll put a card in the corner to my video about Tesla's energy products and the multi-billion-dollar opportunity they present. Now, with all that out of the way, it's time finally to get to the crux of this video. A tweet from Elon Musk, I quote, "Tesla solar roof plus Powerwall in major new housing development in Austin." If we click through to the press release from Brookfield, Tesla Energy, Brookfield, and Dakra announced the development of large-scale sustainable neighborhood in Austin, Texas. July 9th, 2021. Tesla V3 solar roof tiles, Powerwall battery storage, and other sustainable features to be installed in phases in newly built homes. Project aims to be the nation's most sustainable residential community and create a new model, by the way, I just want to emphasize this, and create a new model for the design and construction of sustainable large-scale housing projects around the world. So I just want to take a real quick pause here. Remember, picture the Trojan Horse, okay? This looks like a very small community, a one-off project, but they're stating in the very press release, the idea here is to create a model to be replicated around the world. Many people might think to themselves, man, that's going to be super expensive. They've got solar glass roof tiles. Remember, Elon has pointed out that a solar glass roof is actually cheaper than a new premium roof and it generates solar. It's literally a money printer on your roof. Add to that the fact that there's a home battery and you now can do energy market participation and energy market arbitrage. And these new homes actually come with money printers built in Oh, and they just happen to be ultra sustainable as well. Once this community is built, and this model is proven out, and people see the actual data, the financial impact, this is going to be replicated the world over. This is the Trojan Horse. Starts off as a very small little sustainable project in Austin, Texas. Then some property developers go, shit, these things sold out in an instant, and our residents are actually printing money. We might build this too. Next minute, another developer does the same thing. Next minute, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the point. This is how it begins. Austin, Texas is where Tesla is currently wheeling in their next Trojan Horse. Tesla Energy, Brookfield Asset Management, and DACRA today announced a new initiative, provisionally named Sunhouse, the first Tesla solar neighborhood and the nation's most sustainable residential community. Combining the real estate expertise of Brookfield and DACRA with Tesla Energy's innovative products and knowledge, the state-of-the-art sustainable features will be installed in phases to allow for ongoing learning and innovation. Again, I just want to take a pause here. The terminology here matters. This is a project in which the developers and Tesla are attempting to learn to create a model to replicate the world over. This isn't a one-off, hey, let's put some solar and batteries on these things and see what happens. No. They're going to be doing this in phases with the explicit intention of learning about this so they can improve and scale the model globally. This really matters. Quote, neighborhood solar installations across all housing types will reshape how people live, said Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla. Brookfield and DACRA's commitment to stay at the vanguard of that evolution is what makes them the right collaborator for Tesla Energy. The feedback we get from the solar and battery products used in this community will impact how we develop and launch new products. Again, more emphasis on the fact that this is a learning opportunity for Tesla to improve their products and roll this model out globally. Quote, this initiative brings together multiple parts of our organization with innovative and forward-thinking partners that share a commitment to advance the development of sustainable communities, said Brian Kingston, CEO of Brookfield's real estate business. As consumers increasingly seek out energy security alongside sustainable places to live, combining Tesla's solar energy together with Brookfield's real estate and renewables development capabilities will help us meet demand for environmentally responsible communities of the future. Now, for those of you that don't know, Brookfield is a monstrously large real estate company. I mean, absolutely colossal. There's great potential in the future that there'll be many more collaborations between Tesla and Brookfield. And I just want to emphasize one point here. As consumers increasingly seek out energy security. So for those of you who don't know, Austin had a major energy security crisis. Earlier this year, I happened to be in Austin at the time. Absolutely freezing temperatures, once in a 70-year event. Many residents were without power. Why? Well, it got really fucking cold. A lot of people wanted to turn on their heaters. There wasn't enough energy. There was supposedly meant to be temporary rolling blackouts that turned out to be people without power for multiple days during record cold freezing temperatures. And yes, people actually died during this crisis. How could this have been avoided? Quite simple. All that would have been necessary was sufficient battery storage attached to the energy supply so that in the event of an emergency like this, where energy wasn't able to be actively generated as required, energy could be drawn from the batteries, people's power would remain on, their heating would remain on, and people wouldn't end up dying. Literally. This is very important, in particular in Texas. This is great to see a reaction to the result of the crisis earlier this year. And by the way, just an aside, a real quick shout out to my friends in Austin. You guys and girls know who you are. I miss you all. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Our goal is to establish that fully sustainable neighborhoods are not only viable, but the best practical and economical choice. Now, I know that this could just sound like hyperbole, but let's read that again. This is really important to understand. Our goal is to establish that fully sustainable neighborhoods, as in generating all of your own energy, are not only viable, but the best practical and economical choice. In other words, the goal of this project is to establish that you'd have to be an actual fucking moron if you're developing new housing to not include rooftop solar, home battery, and utilize energy software as well. That's the goal. It's to make this a no-brainer. And I'm confident that that's exactly what this will become. Some developers will be slower than others to realize this, but eventually, almost every new home built on planet Earth will come with built-in rooftop solar and a home battery. Geez, I'd certainly love to own a company that makes solar, home batteries, and energy software. Can you guys think of anyone? Let me know in the comments below. Together with Brookfield and Tesla, we are trying to change the world by creating technology-driven, energy-independent communities that make the world a better place. Tesla V3 solar roof tiles and Powerwall 2 battery storage will be installed in phases at homes in the Sunhouse community. The first phase of the installation began in June with a sampling of homes under construction. The initial installations will provide insight and information on product integration, which will guide the installation at the next phase of significantly more homes. The master plan community of homes will be the final phase of the process, with the goal of establishing an energy neutral, sustainable community and a model for the design and construction of sustainable large-scale housing projects around the world. Tesla Solar will provide ongoing oversight of the home's energy systems, and Brookfield's renewable power business will integrate a community-wide solar program to serve broader public use needs and surrounding neighborhoods. So guys, in case you can't read between the lines here, we're talking about using Tesla energy software to provide energy outside of the communities as well. Energy market participation. Brookfield Residential will also incorporate a suite of technology features, including electric vehicle charging stations in each home and throughout the community. The security and efficiency afforded by this technology yields benefits for both residents and the larger metropolitan area. It is anticipated that residents of these homes will produce sufficient energy to supply daily needs and reduce the daily demand on the electrical grid. I just want to translate reduce the daily demand on the electrical grid. Over the long term, this is when I talk about Tesla completely disrupting the existing electrical grid. Residents will be provided with backup storage in the event of a power outage and potentially could be compensated for returning power to the energy grid. This is where I talk about having the money printer set up. The City of Austin and Travis County have both announced commitments to sustainable development. In addition, Brookfield, DACRA and Tesla will work together over the next 12 months to incorporate additional transportation, technology and energy solutions to create this new paradigm for residential community development. Quote, "The City of Austin is excited for the arrival of these affordable options to housing powered by renewable energy," said Austin Mayor Steve Adler. "I am excited for the Tesla, Brookfield and DACRA partnership's approach to sustainable energy and housing as an example of the out-of-the-box thinking that continues to make our community a beacon of innovation for the rest of the country and world." This partnership is some of the most bullish and positive news we've heard from Tesla in a long time. Of course, you do need the ability to actually infer what it means, read between the lines, and look forward into the future. But just to give you guys some context as to the enormous opportunity here and how bullish this is for Tesla, let's head over to the world's list of largest companies by revenue. Here we are over on Wikipedia, as promised, looking at the world's largest companies by revenue. Notice the common thread. Number 2, energy. Number 4, energy. Number 5, energy. Number 6, energy. Number 8, energy. Number 12, energy. We are looking right here at literally trillions of dollars of annual revenue directly in the crosshairs of Tesla. Now, this disruption is not going to happen overnight. That's why as investors, we need to use our imagination and cast our mind forward to try to understand the implications of what's going on here. The whole goal of this project is to learn, gain information, and create a replicable model for future developments. Not only that, but it is explicitly stated, the idea of this project is to develop a model in which it is an absolute no-brainer to develop new housing with built-in rooftop solar and home battery storage with the ability to participate in the energy market. In the future, most new developments, unless built by moronic developers or in extremely unusual circumstances, will have rooftop solar and home batteries and will be able to participate in the energy market. Most of these communities will be generating a surplus of energy, meaning they can provide additional energy to other residents, other areas who do not have their own energy generation, and they'll make money doing so. The potential here over the next decade or two is truly colossal, and everyone seems to be asleep. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited about this news? Do you realize the potential? Do you think the oil and gas companies see what's coming? Do you think the energy providers know what's around the corner? And would you be interested in living in one of these communities in the future? I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card, where you can earn 1.5% Bitcoin back on every purchase. There's a link in the description. You can also earn up to $250 in crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, also linked below. And finally, don't forget your free stocks with WeBull and Stake, also linked in the description. These great offers also help out the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. PS, if you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.